Class is in session. The Brofessor is in. What's happening, y'all? We got the Summer Swelter contest prize wall to go over today. So as always, the first thing we always got to do is we got to thank the J Nasty Booty. Thank you so much for your help, as always. The second thing that we're going to do is we are going to tell you, as always, to wait until all medallions have been claimed is the word we're looking for, from all of your milestones and from all of the faction and other competitions. And once you've done all of that, then you can start making some decisions. And that decision, number 3, or last thing, is based on your rooster. And of course, when I say rooster, I mean your roster. Do what's best for your roster going forward immediately, right? That's what you got to look out for. All right. Now that the caveats are out of the way, we do have 2 prize walls. One of them is the bigger, more premium prize wall. That is if you got Julius Creed this weekend. And if you did, congratulations. And if you do, then obviously getting a Bubba Specs is one hell of an amazing prize to get for the weekend. So that's what you would get off of this prize wall. I'm not a huge fan of the tested loyalty plate myself, but if you don't have one and you did not get 6 of these, tested loyalty is a good sort of consolation prize maybe, but maybe you're in need of 6-star gold tokens. Really nothing on this prize wall is terrible, but Bubba Specs should be your number 1. That being said, now let's move over to the prize wall that most of us are going to get for this weekend. So this prize wall in itself has a lot of different options on it. As always, I always recommend to go for the PMGs, right? So to go for the poster, plate, moments, or gears, any of those things that you can get brand new off of a prize wall is something to go after. So probably the number 1 thing, or I would say this is sort of a 1A for this one, is getting the shards for some really top-notch superstars that can still help you. So Sami Zayn is right here that you can go after if you can get the shards for a Seth freaking Rollins. Someone like CM Punk, also really good. Braun Breaker being a double MP trainer. Maybe you are finally able to get the final shards for Relentless KO. I know a lot of people are looking at that one. I would spend it on those ones first. That would be sort of the first tier of them. And then after that, the next tier of guys would probably start being not necessarily your fastest ones. So Bronson Reed or Bret Hart, the old Karrion Kross, a great coach in Logan Paul, can still be very effective. Shout out to Goldie, who will get mad at me if I don't say that RVD is going to be amazing as well too, although he will not be that amazing. And Monster Bomb, and then Sonny Deville can also be very helpful. I think Omos is the only one, the least amount of helpful, but also still a good coach to have. So getting the shards that you might need would probably be the first thing that I would go after on this prize. Well, as I said, that's the 1A. But the other part of this is that we got, hey, battery power is low. The other thing we have is a bunch of plates. So if you needed an idea of what to do, there are 3 plates that were given out this year: the Booyaka Vintage Glamour and Thugonomics. So those are all available. The Real American, we're starting to see these 4th of July plates for this month of July being more available as well too. So that's also there. And the Nearing End plate being the most expensive one. So lots of plates on this prize wall. So the next question obviously is, with whom, or are these ones actually good to use on? So the Thugonomics works well on someone like a Showboat Nakamura, someone like a Hall of Fame Ray. You can put it on a Showboat Lita. That's where Thugonomics could be useful for you. The Vintage Glamour being someone like a Striker Andre or a Hall of Fame HBK. Booyaka Plate works good on Ministry Taker, Zombie Gunther, for example. So there's options out there. And if you don't know, you can either check out some of my videos or my good friend Sir Zorro, who has tested all of these plates very, very well. I would go check his out as well too. Real American is a great ultimate plate because it just adds a bunch of damage whenever you're breaking red. So anybody who breaks red gems that you use would be someone that you can look upon to use it on. And the Nearing End plate has a few good uses. mostly for the 2 carrying crosses that are in the game, but we're still trying to work out when and how this plate would be the best. It's rather expensive, although it is a newer plate. But beyond, obviously, the 2 carrying crosses, this is something you put on Striker KO. It's something that you can put on Bailey. It's something that you can put on, there's one more, Cowboy Bob Orton. Those are the ones that you can probably put that on. So plates would probably be the next thing off the prize wall. After that, there's a few options that I would sort of put in that number 2 category. And if you're free to play, you're probably in somewhere between 5 and 10 of these coins. So one is you can just roll the dice, get yourself the loot coins, and see what goodies you might be able to find within the loot coins. If that is not something that tickles your fancy, then obviously if you passed on the plates, you've passed on that. Another thing you might think about is maybe even this ultimate affiliation strap. There are several technicians that are modern. Someone like a Zombie Edge could be someone you could put this on. Someone like a Karrion Kross, the new technician. Someone like a Zombie Dom. There's lots of them that either do like flat gem damage of a sort, or that they also do like a 2, like Karrion Kross, for example, would do red gem damage and red move damage. Those are becoming more and more popular. So there's several people that you could put that strap on, pause, and you would actually get some good results. Double pause. Beyond that, this is where you're going to start getting into the econ sort of debates, right? So do you need tokens? Do you need star frags? They've listened to me that taking those star fragment boxes out because no one was buying them, to actually putting 1,000 of them here for you to fill those hollow stars, because we are in the gem damage meta, so having hollow stars is not good for you. If you do get a lot of these tokens, you do have a chance to get a much more powerful Julius Creed strap. And that one I'm going to leave to you. It's never really my favorite to go chasing straps with 47. With 47 of these coins, look at all of the things that you can get on here. In fact, you can get this nearing end plate and 2 other plates for the exact same price, which I think is actually a little bit more beneficial to you. Last but not least, I guess if you don't have Alpha of the Wild Samoans, his new training ability is going to be helpful, but he is in a lot of loots, and so I would recommend not getting him unless you absolutely are dying to get him. He is a good striker up until about the 6-star bronze era. He can be useful at 6 silver, but because he is in more and more loots these days, I would hold off on that. But again, that's up to you. A new poster is always something that we go after. Remember, PPMGs. So that's our prize wall. That's our prize wall breakdown video. Let me know what you get in the comments. Thanks for coming to class today. Brofessor out.